new TV spot and stunning posters for Alien Romulus Unleashed. So guys, we have this article here. We're going to be breaking down a brand new TV spot for the upcoming Alien Romulus movie that drops in just over 2 weeks time. So super exciting. And also we have a bunch of new posters for the upcoming movie as well that look stunningly beautiful and horrifying at the same time. So without further ado, let's jump into this article, let's break it down, and let's see what the latest update is regarding Alien Romulus. So this article here comes to us from comicflicknews.com. So, with just over 2 weeks until its theatrical release, Alien Romulus has unveiled a terrifying new sneak peek, courtesy of 20th Century Studios. Alongside this preview, we've got more than half a dozen exclusive posters from exhibitors and ticketing partners, and they're among the best we've seen this year. At the San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend, director Fede Alvarez spoke to Deadline and revealed whether Alien Romulus will connect to Noah Hawley's upcoming Alien Earth FX TV series. The director went on to say the following: "They were doing this show already when we started writing, and there's such different timelines that there was no way to connect them even if I wanted," the filmmaker explained. "This is such a standalone story that happened so much later than their story, as far as I know," he said. "I don't know all the details of the show, but I can't wait to watch it. Noah Hawley is a genius." Alvarez also added, "I think Hollywood is entering a place, for good, that is going back to something that got lost this last decade that I've been making movies, which is the desire to find new movies as well, unbranded, non-IP things that you can really go into." The news that Alien Romulus won't link up with Noah Hawley's series isn't necessarily bad. It means we get a standalone movie without forced connections to previous stories, something that many argue Ridley Scott's prequels struggled with. Let's check out the new TV spot and posters for Alien Romulus below. So yeah guys, this is where it gets juicy. We have the brand new TV spot and we have several terrifying but kind of stunningly beautiful posters to check out for this upcoming movie. But yeah, I mean, the fact that the movie doesn't link to the TV show, I'm absolutely fine with that. Having different kind of creative forces and different creative visions behind this kind of standalone movie by Fede Alvarez, and then Noah Hawley's kind of TV show on FX, having two different creative visions, two kind of separate projects, I think is better in some ways rather than trying to connect them, trying to force kind of the audience to watch both and have this connective tissue that might be a bit jarring for the audience. So I think that having two standalone projects is probably the better way to go anyway. That's just my opinion. You guys may think of, you guys may feel different, but that's kind of just my opinion anyway. So we have this TV spot here. So let's jump into this TV spot. I think it's only about 30 seconds long. So let's check it out and let's see what it has to show us.
Oh my God.
Annie, open the door. Annie, open the door.
What are you doing?
Look at me,
Open the door.
Look at me. It's all right. I'm going to get you out. Don't look over there.
I need you to open that door right now. Come on, open the door. Why aren't you opening? What are you doing? Run right now.
So yeah guys, that was the new TV spot for Alien Romulus. It looks like the actual TV spot, rather than it being a compilation of kind of different quick snippets and clips. It seems to be showcasing one kind of scene. The xenomorph has turned up, someone's trapped behind a door. They're trying to release the door so that the crew member can get out, and the xenomorph has kind of turned up. You can see the xenomorph here to the right, the person here trapped behind the door. And whether this is going to be the first appearance of the xenomorph, or whether this is going to be, maybe they've seen it before in the movie, I'm not really sure at this point. I would assume it's the first appearance based on the kind of way that this scene is filmed. But yeah, I mean, the xenomorph here just looks absolutely terrifying. They've done such a great job with the way they filmed it. It looks great. The practical effects look insane. And it's a shame that it's only 30 seconds long. But then again, we don't want it to be spoiled. But yeah, I mean, just looking at this, the cinematography here, just looking at this kind of grin on the xenomorph's face, seeing its teeth, seeing the kind of slimy texture on its skin, all the more creepy. This footage is great, gets me more hyped. To be honest, it's one of those battles when you're a movie fan, right? When you've seen enough of the TV spots and the marketing and you don't want to see any more because you want to go into the film seeing, as less content as possible, it's hard not to watch these new TV spots because it's giving away more and more of the film. But yeah, it's one of those kind of battles that's you have to fight as a movie fan, and I'm sure you guys know what I mean. And so let's go back over to the article, and let's check out those posters as well, because these posters look absolutely incredible. So going down here, let's jump into these posters and let's have a look at each of these posters. I think we've got about 5 or 6 posters to jump into here, guys. It's not going to be a deep dive, but let's just check them out regardless. So starting off with this first poster here, this comes to us from AMC by the look of it. Each of these posters are from different exhibitors, different cinema chains if you like, so they've got their different kind of unique spin on it. So AMC, Thrills and Chills. We get the Xenomorph here in the middle, we get Kaylee Spaney in the middle, kind of inside the Xenomorph's mouth. I kind of like that, that's kind of quite creative, I like that. Around the outside we've got the space theme, we can see the stars. And we've got the classic kind of iconography of Alien. It almost looks like a kind of a tunnel or kind of like a shaft within the spaceship. Very confined, gives that claustrophobic kind of feeling. And we've got the other crew members and the Xenomorph's kind of big tail around the edge. So yeah, I think it's kind of really cool. Invokes all the emotions of the film that you would expect. So let's go on to the next one. So on this one comes to us from Dolby. I really like this. This is probably my most favorite one out of the bunch we're going to look at. We've got this kind of spacesuit here. We've got a puncture hole in the glass or the dome, whichever you want to call it. We've got the face hugger on top. So it looks like the face hugger is kind of penetrated into the mask and probably kind of impregnated this person, which is a horrifying aspect. I mean, being impregnated by an alien and then having it burst out of your chest. I mean, that is such a bad thing, like a bad concept, man. Like, even though it happened first on screen, like back in the 70s, it's still like an awful thing to see right now. But yeah, I mean, facehugger on a spacesuit, I mean, this is great. I love the tones, the colors look great. And yeah, I think this is a great poster. So on to the next one. This comes to us from 4DX. Seeing this film in 4DX would be all kinds of insane. 4DX isn't necessarily my type of thing. I've tried it out before. I find it a little bit distracting with the seats rocking around trying to watch the movie. But I understand there's a big group of the audience out there who do enjoy 4DX. So all the more power to you. But yeah, this is a simple, very stripped back poster. We've got the Xenomorph's tail here. And it's impelled, again, the space helmet. And it just goes to show how dangerous this life form is. How dangerous these Xenomorphs are, especially their tails. Very sharp, very dangerous. I mean, I don't know what other word to use. But yeah, it just impelled this helmet. And whoever was inside this helmet, you know, their day is going to be pretty much ruined. But yeah, a very simple, very stripped back poster. And it does exactly what it needs to. It invokes that kind of terrifying imagery that you expect from the Xenomorph. So on to the next one. From Screen X. So we get the Xenomorph, kind of a silhouette of the side of his face here. We get the Romulus space station here at the top. And we get a big kind of ring here around the edge of a planet or just kind of space debris. I'm not sure if there's a planet behind, but we get some sort of space rings here. Again, the silhouette of the Xenomorph kind of emerging from the darkness. And again, the Romulus space station up above. Really, really cool. I love it. The ominous kind of, you know, emergence of the Xenomorph from the kind of the shadows. That just invokes all kinds of terrifying imagery in my mind. So, yeah, that definitely plays on those kind of fears of darkness and monsters in the dark that we all had as kids, you know. So, on to the next one. Experience it in IMAX. So, again, we've got the Romulus space station. It's very, very small up here. And we can see the sun just peeking over the top, or one of the suns if it's in a different solar system to our current solar system. And then we've got the Xenomorph's head, and we've got these gigantic kind of teeth, and we've got the ooze kind of pouring out of the Xenomorph's mouth. This ominous red light kind of on top of the Xenomorph. Yeah, I think it's great. And the fact that they've kind of turned the edge of the Xenomorph's head here into a planet with the Romulus space station, I think that's great. Molding these two pictures together, absolutely great idea for posters. I really do admire people who come up with these creative posters. It takes a lot of creative artwork and you know, creative thinking to come up with these kind of posters. But yeah, really, really cool. So the next one, we've got Kaylee Spaney. I believe that's her name. I do apologize if I'm getting the actress's name wrong, but I think that's how you say her name. This is very simple. It's a close-up portrait of her face. A terrified look on her face with a tear dropping down from her eye. Invokes that emotion of just a terrifying thought. You know, being like a rabbit in headlights, just frozen, scared, a tear dropping down from her face, and it just goes to show you how terrifying and how scared, you know, they are in this situation being pursued by a xenomorph. And I'm sure we all would be the same. So, on to the last one here, poster number 7. This one's pretty cool as well. So we've got the main actress, Kaylee Spaney, in the middle. She's in the Romulus space station. Maybe towards the end of the film, she's got the assault rifle here. And it looks like she's standing on some sort of gangway here. And we've got the xenomorph coming from above. These gigantic kind of claws encroaching on the actress. And then we've got the xenomorph's kind of hot dog head. I always call it a hot dog head because, I don't know, it sounds funny. The xenomorph kind of coming down from the center of the screen, from the ceiling, with these gigantic claws. And again, just invokes that claustrophobic feeling where you're stuck in a small space and the alien, you know, can come from anywhere. It can come from the roof, it can come from the walls, it can come from underneath you, and emerging from the darkness. Very much playing on the darkness theme in a lot of these posters, which is what this movie's going to be about. Claustrophobic, you know, the darkness, all those kind of primal fears that we have. Like I said earlier, as kids, monsters and the dark and the claustrophobic, and just plays on all those kind of fears that we as humans have, and yeah, just kind of scary as. So with that down anyway, with my philosophical take on those posters, if you like, let's just jump into this before we finish off. So the sci-fi horror thriller takes the phenomenally successful Alien franchise back to its roots. That's absolutely what they've been needing to do for such a long time. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try and make it too crazy and different and update it. Just keep it, you know, stripped back. Just keep it back to what it was in that very first Alien movie. Claustrophobic, dark space station being pursued by a xenomorph. That's exactly what they need to do, and it looks like that's what they've done in this movie. So, while scavenging the deep end of a derelict space station, a group of young space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe. The movie is set to arrive in theaters August 16th, so we've got just over 2 weeks to go. Could not be more excited. Probably one of my most anticipated movies of the year. But guys, I throw it off to you. What do you think about this TV spot? What do you think about these posters? Are you excited for this movie? Let me know all your thoughts, comments, and opinions about, you know, this marketing hype surrounding Alien Romulus. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here. I really do appreciate that. Hit that like and subscribe for more of these videos, and I will see you in the next one.